On a golden afternoon in the heart of Maplewood, a cozy little suburb where everyone knows your name, a golden retriever named Max trotted happily alongside his family, the Thompsons. Max was more than a pet. He was a furry guardian angel, especially for little Lily, the Thompsons' one-year-old bundle of joy. With her chubby cheeks and endless curiosity, Lily was the light of their lives, and Max, well, he was her shadow. His warm brown eyes always watching her every wobbly step. It was one of those perfect spring days on Elm Street, where the cherry blossoms fluttered down like pink snow. Mrs. Thompson, Sarah, pushed Lily's stroller toward Maplewood Market, the local hotspot where vendors sold fresh strawberries and homemade jams. The air smelled of blooming flowers and the faint hum of life. Kids laughing, bikes whizzing by, and the occasional car rumbling down the road. Max padded along, his tail wagging like a metronome, soaking in the love of the neighborhood. Folks at the market always slipped him a treat, calling him Maplewood's finest. Sarah's heart was light as she waved to Mr. Jenkins, the butcher, who was setting up his stall. But in a fleeting moment, as she reached into her bag to grab her shopping list, Lily, oh, that clever, mischievous girl, squirmed out of her stroller straps. Giggling, she tottered toward the street, her tiny sneakers pattering on the sidewalk. She'd spotted a shiny pebble glinting near the curb, and to her, it was a treasure worth chasing. Elm Street wasn't usually busy, but today, a delivery van from Rosie's Bakery was parked sloppily near the market, its engine grumbling. The driver, distracted by a text, didn't see little Lily waddling dangerously close to the road. Sarah's stomach dropped as she turned and saw her baby girl steps away from the van's massive tires. "Lily!" she screamed, her voice cracking with terror, but her legs felt like they were stuck in quicksand. In that heart-stopping moment, Max's instincts took over. His ears perked, and with a low, urgent bark that echoed through Sarah's soul, he leaped into action. His golden fur shimmered in the sunlight as he darted toward Lily, his heart pounding with a fierce, protective love. Gently but firmly, he nudged her tiny body with his nose, guiding her back to the safety of the sidewalk just as the van lurched forward. The tires rolled inches from where Lily had been, and Sarah's breath caught in her throat, her hands trembling as she ran to her daughter. Sarah scooped Lily into her arms, tears streaming down her face as she clutched her baby tight, whispering, "Oh, my girl, my sweet girl." Max stood by their side, his tail giving a slow, reassuring wag, but his eyes stayed sharp, scanning the street like a soldier on duty. The driver, pale as a ghost, slammed on the brakes and jumped out, stammering apologies. "I didn't see her, I swear." "Thank God for that dog," he said, his voice shaky with guilt. Sarah could barely speak, her heart still racing, but she managed a nod, her gratitude for Max swelling like a tidal wave. The crowd at Maplewood Market had gathered now, murmuring in awe. Mrs. Carter from the flower stall wiped a tear from her eye, and young Tommy from the lemonade stand clapped his hands, shouting, "Max is a hero!" The air buzzed with emotion, relief, pride, and a deep shared love for the furry hero who'd saved the day. That night, back at their cozy home on Birch Lane, the Thompsons' kitchen was filled with warmth. Sarah and her husband, Mike, sat on the floor with Lily, who giggled as she tugged at Max's fluffy ears. Sarah's eyes welled up again as she scratched Max's head, her voice soft with emotion. "You're our miracle, Max. How do we ever thank you?" Mike, usually the stoic type, choked up as he slipped Max an extra bacon treat, his hand lingering on the dog's golden fur. Word of Max's bravery spread like wildfire. By morning, the Maplewood Gazette had a front-page story. "Local hero. Golden retriever saves toddler from vehicle on Elm Street." The neighbors flooded the Thompsons' doorstep with cookies and cards. And at the next market day, Mr. Jenkins hung a sign at his stall. "Free bones for Max forever." Lily, blissfully unaware of the danger she'd escaped, toddled around with a tiny crown someone had made for Max, placing it crookedly on his head as he patiently let her. As the sun set over Maplewood, casting a golden glow over Elm Street, Max curled up beside Lily's crib, his steady breathing a quiet promise. Sarah stood in the doorway, her heart full, watching the two of them, her baby and her hero. "You're 1 in a million, Max," she whispered, wiping away a tear. And in that moment, every neighbor, every friend, every soul in Maplewood knew. They'd all sleep a little sounder knowing Max was on watch.